Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl. Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 61 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. On first down, Rodgers. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have struck first in this NFC title game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A give to Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
51 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Complete. It's Johnson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Elliott.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Prescott off play action. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Powerful running. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another
try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
Rodgers now on first down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The give is to Elliott. inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 6 yards left on second down. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in
a leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35. 108 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.